if you talk to the government in Gulf states, I'm serious, wallah, and those who work for the government in Gulf states. Let me talk about Gulf states. I don't want to talk about any other. If you go and talk to any of these Gulf states, let's take Saudi Arabia as an example, or any. In Gulf states, any. You have this so-called Kuwait. Leave Bahrain. Bahrain is different. Bahrain, I mean, I don't want to criticize the government of Bahrain because there is a lot of heat against them. I have explained. Qatar as well, an Emirate, and Oman, Saudi Arabia. If you go and talk to them and say this is dictatorship and you're calling for change and you're not allowing people to criticize you and see where and even check who is controlling the resources there and what's happening. If you go and talk to them this way, they would answer you, especially those who work. They will find answer for people like me or any other people. They would say any other people, regardless, who are criticizing them. There will be among the answers the following answer. I'm serious, Yani. Seriously. They say, dictatorship is better for the public. They won't say it directly, but you will understand that the people are not ready for any type of democracy, not ready for any type of different way. This is the suitable way to rule Saudi Arabia and Gulf states. And the problem is, if you go and talk, you will find the same answer with who are considered the allies of Saudi Arabia and Gulf states. I mean, look, for example, a so-called Israeli Goem, who's happy with the new change happening. He would say the following. He would say it's better off this way. The Saudi House have the full authorities. Do you see how demon they are? Before they used to criticize. Do you see? People who are calling themselves Shiite in Iraq, Eastern. You go and talk to them, they used to insult Saudi Arabia and Gulf states and huge insults. Wallahi, unbelievable. And I remember it. I'm not here lying. Terrible. In how they criticize the Gulf states government and the people and the natives there, and how they criticize, for example, Saudi government for the wrong reasons. Okay, and I have dealt with this. I saw this after invading Iraq until now, until I escaped. They criticized Saudi Arabia by saying this is a terrible Bedouin, not good government, blah blah blah, Najdi, Sunni Wahhabist, whatever. And now, because Saudi Arabia is giving them money and doing some things, or changing the way it's more suitable to the minority who are not originally from there, intruders, and giving them more and more, they are saying, when they look into someone like me, Saudi Arabia better off this way. Full authority to the Crown Prince and his father king. Full authority to the royal family in Gulf states, especially in Kuwait. They used to criticize Kuwait, criticize Al-Sabah in Iran and also in Iraq. Absolute criticism. I remember it in 2004 and 5 and 6. Right now they are saying, inside and outside Kuwait, that Kuwait is a good country for Shiite. And it should be at the hand of Al-Sabah. And the majority Ismailians shouldn't speak. And they will bring all sorts of lies. The Arabian Peninsula is for Yemenis, though they are not Yemenis. The Ismailian came with Ibrahim. Ismail came to Mecca. They are the first to live at this Bedouin. What do you think about the Bedouin there? And they give all sorts of assaults to the native Arab who lived as Bedouin. Though they are from the mountain, if they insist that they are Yemenis, and majority of them are not even from Yemen. Now this is another topic. I'm just showing you how racial they are discriminating, and against our faith, against our religion, against anyway. And right now, as I said, the way they deal with the government of Al-Sabah and Kuwait, the so-called Kuwait state, they are an absolute appreciation. And when they look into someone like me, saying that there is a lot of native Ismailian who are Muslim Sunni, have no residence residence, while others who are originally not from there have residence, and so many among them don't like even the native Arabs, have residence, and they are fine. Don't want to talk about Donald Trump, what he said about Kuwait, because it's, do not send an appropriate message, and it shows that this person shouldn't be a president, just a puppet. Do you understand my point? When they look into this, leave it to Al-Sabah. Al-Sabah are better to deal with this full authority when it's come to the Ismaili. Don't give them their freedom. Don't give them their democracy. This is how Saudi Arabia is better off being a dictatorship. We don't want people to speak. Do you see? Now, this is not the point. Wallahi, if you know the enormous attacks and the enormous unjust comments and opinions about the Ismailian, you would be, especially if you know how things is there, you will be in a shock. If you have some conscience, even if you don't have conscience, you will be in a shock. Oh my God, yes, this is terrible. My comment is the following. Fine, you want to say that the dictatorship is the only solution. Fine, then I want dictatorship. Fine, dictatorship is good. But is this a legitimate, I'm sorry to use the term, legitimate dictatorship? No. Is it a dictator saying this is the Ismailian people's soil? If you question this true fact and information, you will be persecuted. No. Does it say that this resources is for the Ismailian? You don't call for any sort of rubbish request. This is the culture of the Ismailian. If you don't like it, get out. Show respect. No, it's not this way. It is the other way around. It's a dictatorship against the Ismailian. It's a dictatorship that is destroying the culture of the, and they love it. They criminal, and they admit that they like this because they are racist. They are criminal, internally and externally. They won't say that this is your right. We need to back off. No. Oh, good. He have no power. They cannot speak. Put them in jail. Yeah. Well, this is how it is. Because it's more suitable for us stealers and rapists like us, the way it is. Do you see? Do you understand how bad they are? Demons, do you see? And so many among them saying, when we die, we go to heaven. Where it dies? Heaven, yeah. We worship whatever. Wallah, I'm serious. This is what's happening. And regardless. Yeah. This is what's happening. Okay? Dictatorship? Fine. I'm fine with dictatorship. But a suitable dictatorship. The basis of this dictatorship should be legitimate. No. Don't delete the video.